ChatGPT prompt ideas, that's what we're talking about today, and we are going to get delightfully specific. If you're a small business owner, these 5 types of prompts have the potential to completely change your business. Stay with me. I'm Pallen, a brand strategist. Welcome to my channel where I promise practical advice to build your brand. I talk a lot about AI and ChatGPT these days. There's demand for it, but always from the angle of using this technology to make your life easier and more efficient. I never want AI to be a distraction. You and I both do not have time for it. So today I'm breaking down 5 ChatGPT prompt types with plenty of examples that are going to help you. Sound good? Let's get right to it with our first type, the fill-in-the-blank template, a classic and a good place to start. Now, before I enter our first prompt into ChatGPT, I'm going to give you a few, but I want you to know that all the prompts that I give today are summarized on this blog post on my website. I'm linking to this in the description below. It is there so that it's quick for you to be able to go and copy and paste these for yourself, like I'll do for this first one. So let's talk about fill-in-the-blank prompts. And as I said, I'm going to paste this one and we'll add in the blank, and we'll fill in the blank in just a moment. Fill in the blank prompts really are useful when you want to input specific information into a sentence or a question. Ideally, the more specific, the better in these cases. So an example might be, write me an email to invite a blogger or a creator in the health and wellness space to my podcast, which is all about branding. Then it would actually draft an email. Or how about this one? Provide 20 examples of open-ended questions to include in a customer survey for example, this might not be necessarily my industry, which is branding, but it could be one of my clients. Let's say they are a jewelry store. I'll go ahead and click enter. The industry that I use is not really the important point in this. I'm just giving you an example, but the idea here is that you can input your own industry. Let's scroll down to the answer. I love how these are looking. What prompted you to visit our jewelry store today? How did you hear about our store or products? And the list goes on. You can see on the screen, these are looking awesome. Ideally, these prompts are really simple for you to complete, right? You're just substituting in a word or two to an existing structure. Over on the blog post that I shared with you, I give you 5 that I think will be useful for different aspects of your business. That is the fill in the blank. Next, let's tackle the open-ended prompt, which can be used to generate a wide range of responses. I like open-ended prompts because they allow you to explore ideas creatively, no limitations. So they work well for brainstorming, thinking outside the box. Let's try something like this. Can you suggest a persuasive call to action for my sales page that encourages visitors to purchase my online course? Let's go ahead and try this one out. As I said, these work well for brainstorming, thinking outside the box, prompts that spark curiosity, maybe allow for some deep reflection, hopefully leading to some new ideas or perspectives, insights. You get the idea. ChatGPT says, certainly, a persuasive call to action for an online course should be concise, convey a sense of urgency, and highlight the benefits or outcomes of taking the course. Fantastic advice. Here we go. We have some options. Definitely here's some that I could work with. So that is the open-ended prompt. Let's try one more. How about this? Can you suggest some unique and eye-catching images that could grab the attention of my target audience? This is a different kind of one. I don't normally come into ChatGPT asking for image recommendations. Obviously, what you're going to get back is text, but this is still going to give you ideas on where you could go to find, let's say, stock photo images that could work for whatever it is you're working on. There you go. Just like I said, it's saying go to Unsplash, Shutterstock, or Adobe Stock. I definitely recommend Adobe Stock. It is better than Unsplash. You'll find a lot of images on Unsplash you see elsewhere on the internet. Shutterstock is quite expensive. Adobe Stock is really awesome, and as you've probably seen me talk about on my channel before, you can access Adobe Stock through Adobe Express, which is free. On the free plan, you're more limited, but still great options. I love these ideas. Not only is it giving me the category, but it's giving me literally keywords that I could type in to find some fresh images. Moving right along, let's talk about the instructional prompt. This is where you'll ask ChatGPT how to do something, and in return, you'll get instructions on exactly how to do it. Good instructions if your prompt is good, of course. This is pretty great. So when it comes to some things, like anything that requires an opinion, right? ChatGPT is not that great, but instructions, it definitely dominates in this arena. If you're overwhelmed on how to do something, or you simply don't know, then ChatGPT is, I think, one of the greatest resources right now for you to get some streamlined instructions on what to do. So let's try a prompt like this, related to branding, which is my world. What are the steps to prepare for my personal brand photo shoot? Let's see what we get. Okay, it's telling us to define our brand, set some clear objectives, choose a photographer, decide on locations, plan outfits. You know what? This is something we do on the daily within our branding agency, including preparing props, scouting locations, creating a shot list. You should know I have a template for that on my website, philp.al/shot list if you do want a template for that. Practice poses, finalize details. I am impressed with the recommendation that it's giving you. Again, instructional, so we're getting step-by-step instructions on exactly what to do. I really like the result of this. Let's try one more instructional prompt. Maybe something to do with a sales funnel. Can you explain an online funnel to sell a $2,000 mastermind in simple terms? Let's do business mastermind to get even more specific. Let's see what it gives us. Excellent. Now this stuff can be definitely overwhelming, and I like how it's breaking it down for us. Again, instructional, so we're getting more or less step-by-step considerations here. Awareness, interest, consideration, intent, decision, and then it's breaking down examples of what we could do within that category. This, if you're feeling overwhelmed or confused or simply not in the know on how to handle this is definitely breaking it down to the point where you could tackle these, probably not every step, but certainly lots of them. That is the instructional prompt on ChatGPT. Two more. Let's move next to the scenario prompt. This one I really like. The scenario prompt provides a contextual scenario. I mean, given that's what it's called, right, to ChatGPT. So it paints a picture, and ideally what you get in return is a proposed solution. So these are good for solving problems, business-related scenarios. Maybe you're not sure how to handle something. Let's look at a sample prompt like this. What would you do if a customer complained about your online course? What would I do if someone complained about my online course? I have a few ideas on how I'd tackle this, but it's kind of nice to have some additional input on this. Obviously, I want my customer to be happy, but obviously this is still a business, so I'm not necessarily going to jump to refunding right away. So what is it telling us here? Acknowledge and listen, apologize and empathize, investigate, offer a solution so we can correct the issue, we can provide compensation, maybe that's a refund, follow up, learn and improve, right? If we get more than one complaint, maybe that's telling us that there's something wrong with our product, document the complaint, maintain a positive attitude. I mean, I like the information it's giving here. Again, in a moment of overwhelm, I feel like ChatGPT can just kind of clarify and break issues down so that we are feeling less overwhelmed. Let's look at one more scenario prompt. Propose innovative solutions or features that could be added to my brand audit consultation service. Imagine you're pitching an investor for a new mobile app that helps people save money on hotel bookings. Explain the problem the app solves and the target audience for the app. Let's see how we go. Now, since this is a scenario, I use the prompt structure imagine you are. Okay, so in this case, imagine you're pitching. So it even says good morning in its introduction. Outlines the problem, outlines the solution, outlines the target audience, and you see as it goes here, as it's generating on screen, then it'll give us the closing. I love this. I love this. It did a very good job of imagining that scenario. So again, ChatGPT can almost pre-rehearse with you a scenario that you might be encountering, be it a pitch, an interaction with a customer. Certainly use ChatGPT for those types of scenarios. Last prompt type, and I think this one you're gonna like, this is called feedback, using ChatGPT to get impartial, data-driven feedback, hopefully. Now, just a note on data-driven feedback, I am using ChatGPT 4.0. You can see that indicated above here, but still, so yes, I have access to more current information versus ChatGPT 3.5, but it says here, ChatGPT may produce inaccurate information about people, places, or facts. So very important that you remember everything that you're getting here, don't take it as absolutely true or final. It's important to kind of question everything that you get here, certainly when it comes to facts. So in this particular case, we want feedback. So let's start with a prompt, something like, maybe I actually want feedback on my brand statement. I'll come back and actually enter what that is in a moment, but I'll write the prompt, give me feedback on my brand statement by evaluating its clarity, conciseness, and overall effectiveness. I'll pop back up here and actually fill in what I would consider my brand statement or my brand sentence, whatever you want to call it. I help people and companies position, build, and promote their brands. Now, I know even typing this in, even though I'm a branding person and I always push people on specificity, my brand sentence is fairly general. You know, I focus on personal brands. I'm still able to help companies. It's pretty general. I could probably do a better job of my own brand sentence, but let's just see what it says. Remember that with ChatGPT, it cannot link externally, at least right now, so you have to actually paste in the information that you want it to review. So let's see what it says. On clarity, it says it's clear in its intent. On conciseness, it's definitely concise, coming in at just 10 words. Overall effectiveness, it's quite effective. However, here are some things that we might want to improve. Differentiation, absolutely. Oh, some emotion or connection, that could be interesting. Incorporate a little bit of personality into that. I'm definitely open to that. And then I love that it gives me this summary. It's clear and to the point. To elevate it further, consider integrating a unique value proposition or an emotional element to resonate more deeply with your audience. That is excellent feedback. Oh my gosh, maybe ChatGPT is going to replace me as a brand strategist. I am certainly impressed with this result, maybe more so than the others. That is our final prompt type today for this video, which is feedback prompts. Definitely some of my favorites in ChatGPT. There you have it. 5 prompt ideas that you or any small business owner can start using. I've tried to give you lots of examples to inspire ideas for your own business. Which prompt ideas or types are you going to try? Let me know in the comments below. If you've got any other lingering questions, comment below as well. Let's keep the conversation going on down there. Respond to those personally. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. That helps other people discover these videos, which we work hard to create for you. And subscribe for more of my videos on branding, positioning, building, and promoting your brand. Next, I'm sharing a few videos that I think you'll be interested in. I'm Pallen. Thanks for watching. Those are coming up next.